Hello everyone, I'm Bertolt from Multisoft Ltd, and today we are gonna share you a quick video about WMS MobileNAV, our most popular topic, as we have promised you in our invitation letters earlier. I work for Multisoft for 6 years now, and starting with 2020 I focus on the international market to promote our add-ons for Dynamics NAV and BC. To begin with, today I would like to have the usual short alignment. We can't speak enough about that we are in the process of rebranding ourselves and our solutions. So most of our clients and partners know us because of our first and to date most popular ISV solution, MobileNAV. And this is very good because MobileNAV is a great application and we are very proud of it. So, however, we would like to change the image that has been built in the past 8 years of us from the MobileNAV guys to the Multisoft Innovative Solutions, because most of you might already know Multisoft is the company behind MobileNAV. And as Microsoft introduced the application development method in Dynamics products, we saw the potential in it. Therefore, we made a decision to switch from serving the individual needs to focus on problems and solutions to these problems that occurred multiple times, and we can create a product of that. All in all, let's say we have changed our approach from only providing the domestic customers with unique solutions to develop standard solutions which are compatible with a standard system. As we have now more than 8 years of experience in the ISV program of Microsoft, this was an opportunity for us that we couldn't miss. So please welcome Multisoft Innovative Solutions, and I only ask you to take a glance at our portfolio. We truly believe that we with the partners can mutually benefit from working in a cooperation. As a recap, let me quickly summarize our already available products. I guess you all know MobileNAV, which is a universal, customizable, offline capable mobile solution for every platform. It is available for NAV users from NAV 2009 to the latest Business Central, including the SaaS, the only cloud version. This was the first product that we have developed to sell through partners. It is a success story, as we have now more than 200 partners in 70 countries with more than 8,000 end users. Based on MobileNAV, we have made two specific solutions, one for warehousing, aka WMS MobileNAV, but I will talk about this later. And we have also developed a connected field service solution that we call Servotion. We have integrated the Dime Visual Scheduler, and we've created an automatic resource allocator, checklist function, and more useful features for a field service scenario. As Hungary is not a big enough country on the map of Satya Nadella, we don't have our official localization for Business Central, therefore we had to create our own. It is available for BC, cloud and on-premise versions as well. And you can even download it from the app source. So if you guys have any opportunity, any subsidiary in Hungary, a client who has a subsidiary in Hungary, and they need local service, please feel free to contact us, and I'm sure that we will be able to assist you. One of our recently published ISV solutions to the app source is Rebils. The name comes from Recurring Billing Scheduler, and as it is a talking name, the solution helps to create periodically repeating invoices and sales orders. And another new product of Multisoft Innovative Solutions is MD Sync, which is a master data synchronization solution. This makes your life easier if you wish to share data such as contacts, customers, items, stock, etc. between companies. With sync validation option to select the data to be synced, master-slave tiering between the companies, I believe it can be an exciting solution in a lot of scenarios as well. And now jump back to WMS MobileNAV. WMS MobileNAV is a solution based on our ultimate mobile application for Dynamics NAV and Business Central, which is MobileNAV. However, WMS MobileNAV is focusing more on the warehouse features such as item management, stock count, warehouse movements like picks and putaways. Later during the quick demo, I will show you some of these. And on top of every before mentioned, there is the enhanced functionality to exploit the capabilities of the warehouse-specific devices like printing labels and reading barcodes. Yeah, you might wonder why to choose WMS MobileNAV, and it is really simple to answer because MobileNAV is really feature-rich, and I'm just quickly highlighting some of them at the slides. But I don't want to waste too much time by talking, so let's show you a typical day at a not very complicated warehouse. Let's imagine that we want to procure a couple of bicycles just to stay at the never-aging example of the Cronus system of Microsoft. So the very first step is to create a purchase order in the ERP system, either it be NAV or BC, it doesn't matter. Second, I must create a put-away list from the purchase order. The goods will be shipped by truck, let's say, and at this point the warehouse workflow begins as we have to put away the received goods. There is a prerequisite to be able to use MobileNAV for scanning barcodes. We need barcodes on the products. And it has also a prerequisite, we need item cross-reference numbers in our system, so we will be able to identify a certain product based on the barcode. So we have identified that printing labels should be also possible from MobileNAV. Let's check it out how easy it is to print a label with the help of MobileNAV, which is installed on the mobile device. I'm gonna use a Bluetooth printer which is already connected to the mobile phone. I open up the inventory menu, go to the items. I will select my favorite item in the Cronus database, and it is a bicycle. Open up the item card, and down below among the feature buttons we have a print label button. Now I can select which printer I want to use if I have multiple printers installed on the device, and we can choose the amount of labels we want to print. By pressing the OK button, the label is already printed. We can now stick the barcodes to the products, and we will be able to use them during the put-away workflow. The warehouse expert opens up the MobileNAV application on his device. Right now I'm using a USB attached Zebra scanner with a laptop. He goes to the warehouse put-aways menu, and he will see the put-away lists here. The PU00 something 7 is the latest created put-away list, so I will open that up. I see that we have ordered 15 bicycles. The expert scans the item number, and if it's correct, it turns green. Next, I have to scan the bin code where I want to put the items. If the bin code is correct, it will also turn green. Now I must enter the amount of bicycles to confirm that I've received all of them and press OK. Now the staging is complete. We call it staging because we have developed a micro workflow to follow the logic of the put-away procedure, and it has different stages. The last stage is when the register button appears here, and by pushing it the process ends and we have 50 new bicycles on stock. It is possible that we want to move some items from bin A to bin B, and this is called ad hoc movement. Let's say we want to move 5 of the recently registered bicycles to another container. So we open up the ad hoc movement menu, select the location, which is the test location. We have to select bin A1 as we want to move the items from there. Now we need to confirm which item we want to move by scanning the item code. And we have to add the quantity as well, which is 5. When we are done, we push the finish button below, and now we drag the 5 bicycles to the new bin, where we have to confirm the new bin code by scanning it. If the bin code is correct and all fields are green, we can complete the process by clicking on the register button below, and the process is finished. Yeah. We have introduced in MobileNAV a very nice feature which we are very proud of, and that is smart scanning. With the help of smart scanning, the system recognizes what type of code we have just scanned. We can start to read barcodes randomly, let's say. For example, we go to the bin content menu in MobileNAV, we select the location code and scan an item code. And we don't have to select what type of code we have just scanned, it is automatic. The system will show me where and how many we can find of the selected item. It works in the other direction as well. If we scan the barcode of a bin, we instantly see what items and how many of that we can find in that bin. The magic is that we don't have to click on anything manually, and we can just use our scanner to apply filters. We have another exciting feature, the automatic switch between the online and offline mode. We have introduced the offline functionality quite a while ago, but earlier you had to switch manually between these two modes if you have lost the connection. Now the switch is automated. MobileNAV constantly monitors whether the connection is live, and if the signal is lost, it automatically enters the offline mode, where the expert can continue his work in almost every case. Basically, let's say about 90% of the online functionality can be accessed in offline mode too. Now let's check this feature through an example. I've created a pick list in our ERP system. Now let's jump to the MobileNAV application. Open up the warehouse pick list and select the recently created pick. We see that we have to collect 3 bicycles, a 19-inch monitor and 2 pieces of Ethernet cable. The warehouse worker starts to work on the pick job, selects an item's barcode, confirms it by scanning again, enters the bin code by scanning it too, provides the right amount and pushes the register button. The expert scans the next item code, when suddenly the connection is interrupted by a poor Wi-Fi router, but our expert immediately realizes that MobileNAV switched to offline mode when the warning icon appears in the upper left corner at the logo. And our expert does not worry for a second, as he knows that he can continue his job to complete the pick list. So he scans the item code again to confirm it, scans the bin code, and as the Ethernet cable is a lot tagged item, we must scan the lot code as well. We have to add the required quantity and push the register once it's ready to complete the process. We continue to scan the next item, which is a monitor. The monitor is a serial tracked item, so we have to scan the serial number as well. We push the register button to finish the process. As the monitor was our last item on the pick list, the pick process is completed. Fortunately, we have connection again, so in the upper left corner a small cycle icon appears where previously the warning logo was. This means we are synchronizing the data with the server again. And if everything is good, the icon simply disappears. Now, regarding how MobileNAV works, that's all I wanted to show you today, but we have received a lot of questions and I want to answer some of them. One of the most frequently asked questions is whether we sell devices as well, or what kind of devices do we suggest to use. It's important to emphasize that we are only a software developer company and we don't sell devices directly. We have some local partners, of course, but we can only suggest something based on our experience of the last 8 years. During these years, we have tested a lot of devices and we have collected our knowledge on our website. You can look for the list of devices at mobilenav.com. And summarizing, I can say that we support all mobile platforms, including Android, iOS, BlackBerry, Windows CE, Windows Mobile, Windows 8 and 10. And I just want to quickly highlight some of the devices or the device types that can be a viable solution. First, any external or internal device in HID mode, which is basically a keyboard emulator. That's what I have just used in the demo a few minutes ago. Second, we have the traditional Windows CE rugged devices as well. These are getting less popular nowadays because they are becoming slow. The third option is the touch-enabled Android devices. These are getting more attention as they are user-friendly and these are easy to configure. And finally, we have 2 device attachments. These are less professional when it comes to durability. If you drop them, most probably they will break. First, we have the Socket Mobile for iOS and Android. These are Bluetooth connected scanners attachable to almost every mobile phone or tablet. And the second option here is the Cradle integrated scanners. We have tested the Linea Pro Cradles. These only work with Apple products, iPhones and iPads, but these are quite good quality. All in all, these two attached devices are cheaper and more fragile than a traditional handheld scanner, but can be a good solution in a not very industrial environment like an office or a store. And if we are talking about hardware and device compatibility, we should also mention software and ERP compatibility. MobileNAV releases supports Dynamics NAV versions from Dynamics NAV 2009 to Dynamics NAV 2018 and all Dynamics Business Central versions, including the 365 SaaS version, including the on-premise perpetual and subscription license versions as well. So these were the most common, most typical user cases when it comes to WMS MobileNAV, and I think there's one last topic we should touch yet, and it is the licensing. Let me summarize the key point of it, so you will have some idea about it as well. First, we license MobileNAV based on the number of devices, which is a different approach than the one Microsoft is using. And the idea behind it is to let multiple users use the same device. We can configure multiple logins for the device, and upon starting the application, we can select which user we want to use. We support user and password validation and O365 authentication as well. We have on-prem perpetual and subscription licensing models. All of them are available for all the on-prem NAV and BC versions, including the SaaS version as well. And I can talk about the concrete pricing, as we have different price lists for the regions. So if you are interested in the exact numbers, let us know in the chat or email. And we will later send you the official quotation. So this is what we have planned for today. Hope everyone had time to write down their questions. If not, at least you got our mailing address. And thank you very much for joining us today. I really hope you have enjoyed what you have seen. And the presentation started some thoughts as well. In the next weeks, we will have some other interesting sessions, so please feel free to join those as well. Again, I hope you have enjoyed this quick session, and we will see you on our upcoming events as well. Take care and bye.